Hey everyone, so I thought I'd do a kind of different video because why not, and basically I'm going to be telling you the story of The Stand. Now, before I get right into the story, I need to give you some context. So about 1 or 2 years ago, I was in a different place. I don't want to say where it was, but in this place we had equipment benches and whatnot. There was like loads of little spinnies and all that, whatever you call them. But basically you could play around in them for like however long you wanted, whenever you got on a break. But basically there was this one near the mountain called we called it the spinny because it had like these 3 little plates and just kept spinning and spinning and spinning. It was really quite fun. I don't know why, this was like 2 years ago. But basically, so it was a normal break, right? You know, we were rushing up, and then all of a sudden, these, like, I don't know, I don't want to say their names, but let's just call them the gang. I don't know, great name. But basically, the gang, they were all just sitting there. We hadn't seen them before, like, at all in the school, so we're like, oh, damn it. So, we wait. Right as we saw it was free, they rushed up and they like started shouting crap like, haha, idiot. I know, really, really terrible things to be called. Broke my heart. But basically, once it was free again, like the bell rang and we had no time, and I just was so mad, right? So then tomorrow I'm like, you know what, maybe it'll be different and I can get a free space. So I go there the next day, and guess what I see? Them again, the gang. They're all there, and what they're doing is they're like, no, they're not even like playing with it. They're just like, they're not even like spinning. They're just sitting there like texting with their phones. So I'm like, guys, you're not using it. Keep in mind this was a couple of years ago, so common sense wasn't really in my mind for some reason. Right, so anyways, I'm like, alright, we need to wait again. So by the time it was like lunch, we went back first and we got there, right? But then, like 2 minutes into it, you know, once we were having fun, they come back, right? The gang comes back and we're like, oh, these guys again. And they start telling us, like, oh, we'll tell whoever's in charge and all that you've been bullying. And I'm like, what? Because you don't want a space. You know what I mean? It was getting ridiculous. Like, so my friend was like, you know what, let's just get off. And I'm like, no, because these guys are they're being so stupid, right? Now, this is when it starts to get a little bit, not really intense, if intense was a really bad definition, but basically, what I did was, the guy I got really mad at him, right? I'm like, you know what, forget it. So I walk away, right? And then the guy starts like mumbling something like, idiot or something. I'm like, what? He's like, nothing. I'm like, yeah, obviously. So then I go there the next day, I know, crazy, and I get the space, and then the guy is back again, and he's making like bloody alien noises, some noises that are so mentally insane that you couldn't even try to make them. Like, I don't want to even try, you know, there's no point in it. But basically I'm like, what the hell? And then they see I'm there and they all run away, right? And then I'm like, hey guys, why are you doing that? And then one of them throws a rock at me. It barely misses me by the foot, and then they just start like running off. I know, but basically the next day, again, lots of days, I'm like, okay, that was just mental. So I tell my friend, like, it was the bell had rang, sorry, we were going in, right, and then we saw now that the guys were there, and the teachers, someone was calling them down, and they were like, get down here, right, and they began rolling down the hill, and then when they came down, they tried to throw a rock at me again and missed, and they got like detention. I don't know what happened that day. It was a really weird story. I don't know. Hell, why, what, I can't even, like, that's what I can remember about the story. Imagine what the full thing's like, but Oh, it was just an absolute, I don't even know how to describe it. It was just mental. Just don't know how to describe it. But anyways, I thought I'd just do something a bit different today for a video, because you know I don't want to just keep doing gameplay videos. The next part of the Infamous playthrough will be out either tomorrow or today. I am working on it. I've not completely forgotten. I'm not that bad of a YouTuber, but yeah, should be ready. So bye. Don't you want